We have a breaking news update for you. 20 GOP senators are calling on the Biden administration and the State Department to immediately refreeze that $6 billion we just talked about that was sent over to Qatar to be held for Iran for humanitarian aid in that prison swap.
I've released millions of barrels of oil from our Strategic Petroleum Reserve. The Department of Energy will release another 15 million barrels from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, releasing 30 million barrels of our own Strategic Petroleum Reserve.
Yep. Well, we all remember how President Biden treated the SPR and his personal ATM. Now, making withdrawal after withdrawal after withdrawal without a care in the world for the long-term repercussions, which we all warned him about, by the way, he didn't care. And, well, take a look at this. This is a chart from the U.S. Department of Energy, Jennifer Granholm's people. There's only enough oil remaining in the SPR to last us, 17 more days. Not months, not weeks, 17 days. And the economic consequences of this country could be absolutely disastrous. Joining me now, Larry Elder, 2024 Republican presidential candidate and host of the Larry Elder Show. Sir, appreciate you coming back on. This is a real big problem.
Carl, thank you for having me. It's a massive problem, and it shows you how the Biden administration has jeopardized national security in so many different ways. Just as there's a direct line between the way he pulled out of Afghanistan and Putin's invasion of Ukraine, there's a direct line between the way this man, Joe Biden, has tried to appease the Iranians ever since he set foot in the White House, trying to get them back into the Iran deal, loosening the sanctions against Iran for all their oil. He's put probably in their coffers some $60 billion that they otherwise would not have. And now, because of the way he's taken money out of the reserve, he's now jeopardized national security on that level as well. The whole thing is an absolute, total, complete disaster. And when Biden today spoke in a very warm and heartfelt way about the tragedy that Israel is experiencing, he said not one word about Iran, because then he'd have to acknowledge that his mistake of appeasing Iran has caused this war. Iran, as you know, fully funds Hamas, fully funds Hezbollah. So Iran's fingerprints are all over this, even as the White House says there's no concrete evidence that Iran planned and helped execute this horrific terror attack against the Israeli citizens.
Well, the Wall Street Journal figured it out. I can't imagine why our intelligence communities. But, NASDAQ, and these guys are generally business-oriented. They wrote an article that pushes back on the notion that somehow that draining the SPR was a bad thing. It reads, quote, "Conflict in the Middle East was once considered to be impactful in the past no matter what, because of the importance of oil. Oil is still important, but alternative fuels have made it not as dominant economically as it once was." Larry, if we don't have fuel to put in our cars and our trucks and our power plants, no less, it's kind of a big deal to counter the NASDAQ's opinion.
You think? And I recall when Republicans were implying that they might take some money out of the reserve, the Obama administration called it a political stunt. And let's also recognize that the top 100 aides to Joe Biden all came out of the Obama administration. And to say that they're not fans of Bibi Netanyahu is an understatement. I recall during the Obama-Biden administration, a State Department official whose name was never really disclosed referred to Bibi Netanyahu as chicken bleep, except he didn't use the word bleep. Yeah. And when I hear people say this is Israel's equivalent of 9/11, please, because of the size of Israel, it's their equivalent of 9/11 times a factor of 13. That's how murderous this thing has been. And if there's any silver lining at all, Carl, it's that maybe, just now, maybe even some of the Democrats that don't like Israel, that sympathize more with the Palestinians, will now realize what kind of world we're going to have if and when Iran gets a nuclear bomb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, look, Biden went head over heels to get back in the stupid Iran nuclear deal. So the other thing, too, obviously, the world is on its edge right now, but Biden's September job report, they got the good part out, but the rest of it actually flew under the radar. And I want to break this down with you, being as economically astute as you are. 336,000 new jobs were added. But if you take a look at the closer part of that, over 1/5 of these jobs are in government, so we're paying their salaries. It's a net loss, while 96,000 are mostly transient and temporary roles in leisure and hospitality. They're not careers. It also noted that Trump economist Larry Kudlow pointed out that there was an actual net loss of 22,000 full-time career-based jobs from August. I mean, How is this not frontline? Well, it's not frontline news because of the war, but I mean, this is something that needs to get out.
And this is not terribly complicated, Carl. Just ask yourself, are you better off now than you were 3 years ago? And something like 80% of the American people say no. They know that inflation is eating into the raises that they're getting. They know that they're paying $400, $500, $600 more for the goods and services they were paying for 2 or 3 years ago. They know we are not better off, no matter how many times Joe Biden says Bidenomics is working. Don't believe your lying eyes. Don't believe your lying wallet when you go to the grocery store.
Well, Larry Elder, we always appreciate you coming on, sir. Good luck.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
All right.